Our next story is Jesus in Gethsemane. It was late at night. Jesus left the supper room, and his disciples followed him. They crossed a brook and came to Gethsemane. Jesus left most of his disciples near the gate, and he said, "Stay here while I go to pray." And then he took 3 of his disciples further into the garden with him. Jesus asked the disciples to wait and to pray. 3 times Jesus went away to pray. Each time he came back to his 3 disciples, he found them sound asleep. Jesus wanted them to stay awake with him. He knew that his enemies were on their way to Gethsemane, and he was in great agony. There was a noise at the gate of the garden. Judas and a large crowd of men were coming. They carried lights and swords. Nearer and nearer they came. Suddenly, Judas stepped out in the middle of the crowd. He went to Jesus and said, "Hail, Master!" And then he kissed Jesus. Now the enemies knew which one to take and lead away. "Friend," Jesus said to Judas, "why did you come?" "Judas, are you helping my enemies by giving me a kiss?" Some soldiers crowded around Jesus and held him tight. Peter wanted to fight for Jesus, and he took his sword and he cut off one of the soldiers' ears. Jesus told Peter to put his sword away. Then Jesus healed the man's ear. Did Jesus want Peter to fight? No. And boys and girls, do you think Jesus could have taken care of what was happening at that point in time? Yes, he could have. But what did Jesus know? Jesus knew he had to do this for you and for me. The disciples saw the enemies leading Jesus away, and they were so afraid. All of them ran away. Not one of them stayed to help Jesus or to be with Jesus, leaving Jesus all alone with his enemies.